Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the class of 12th English Medium. The subject is Statistics, Part 1, Chapter 1, Index Numbers, brought to you by Vitan Sir. In the previous tutorial, we discussed about exercise 1.1 along with its solution. Now, in this current tutorial, we are going to study how to convert a fixed base index number to a chain based index number and vice versa. That is converting FBI into CBI and CBI into FBI. Now, why should we do that? Now, usually when only FBI or CBI is available without the original values, that means the production or the price or the consumption is not given, just year and index numbers are available. Then it is necessary to convert the base year, because if we have FBI but we want to know about the short-term changes in the value of a variable. That means FBI is useful for a long-term variation, but I want to know the short-term variations, the short-term changes in the value of a variable for each year. Then, of course, I need to convert my FBI into CBI. If we have CBI, which is useful for short-term variations, but we want to know the comparative variation in the value of a variable with a distant past year. That means I don't want a short-term variation changes. I want a long-term comparison with this year and some year before 15 years. In that case, we need to convert CBI into FBI, taking base as that past year. So for both of these purposes, we have formulas as follows. Conversion of fixed base to chain base. Now, how to do that? I want to calculate CBI, that is chain base index, and what I have is FBI. So what I will do is FBI of the current year divided by FBI of the preceding year multiplied by 100. So my dear students, this is the formula which we need to follow when converting a fixed base index number into a chain base index number. So don't forget to write down these formulas in your notes because it is very important. CBI is equal to FBI of the current year divided by FBI of the preceding year multiplied by 100. But there are some things which you need to remember, that if the base year is not mentioned in the question, the CBI of the first year will be taken as 100 and we will use formula for rest of the years. But if base year is mentioned in the question, for example taking 2008 as the base year, then CBI for the first year will be taken as FBI for the same year. Okay, so the first year FBI will be directly taken as the first year CBI if base year is mentioned, and if base year is not mentioned, then CBI for the first year will be taken as 100. Now, conversion of chain base in fixed base. Okay, so we are converting a chain base index in a fixed base index. How to do that? FBI, the formula here is CBI for the current year into FBI for the preceding year divided by 100. No, I have not made the mistake here. CBI for the current year multiplied by FBI for the preceding year. That means you are going to use here the answers which you calculated for the preceding year. Say for the year 2008, for the CBI you calculate FBI, and then for the 2009 you use CBI of 2009 and FBI of 2008 to calculate FBI of 2009. That's how you calculate it here. If the base year, same note is applicable here, if the base year is not mentioned, the FBI of the first year will be taken as 100 and we will use formula for rest of the years. But if base year is mentioned, then the FBI for the first year will be taken as CBI for the same year. So if it is written which base year is there, then whatever the first year CBI is there, we take the same FBI. And if it is not mentioned, then we just have to glance at the given question, and if we think that okay, we don't know what is the base year, then just take the first year as a base year. But usually that will not happen. In usual cases, you will always get a base year because you are supposed to calculate FBI, for which base year is most essential. Okay guys, now we have grasped the concept of converting FBI into CBI and CBI into FBI, only the theoretical portion. To understand it practically, let us solve some sums from exercise 1.2. Nothing better than to solve an exercise and understand the concepts. I am leaving the illustrations for your own self-study here guys. I will only be solving the exercise questions because of course these exercise questions are not given in the textbooks. So I am kind of a guide for you guys here. So solve these exercise questions with me and practice the illustrations questions on your own after solving these exercises at home. That would be better for you. Let's start. First question, the chain-based index numbers of agricultural production of a state from the year 2008 to 2014 are as follows. Find FBI taking 2007 as base year. So we have to take 2007 as base year. We have to calculate FBI for the given value of CBI. So CBI is given, FBI is to be found. Also the base year value is given for the FBI, and therefore we will take the first FBI value as the first CBI value. The formula to be used is FBI is equal to CBI for the current year into FBI for the preceding year divided by 100. Now the data is already given here. This is the data given in the question. Years are given 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The CBI values are given 100 and 110 and 95, 108, 120, 106 and 110. What we need to do is calculate FBI. Now the first year CBI will be directly taken as the first year FBI. For the remaining values, the CBI of the current year is 110, FBI of the previous year is 100, multiplication divided by 100. So 110 into 100 upon 100 is 110. So for the year 2010, the current year CBI is 95 here, and the previous year FBI is 110. As you can see here, 95 into 110 divide by 100, that would be 104.5. Next, current year CBI divided by multiplied by previous year FBI into 100. So 108 into 104.5 upon 100 is 112.86. Once again, current year CBI multiplied by previous year FBI, cross multiplication, as you can see here, 120 upon 112.86 divided by 100 is 120 into 112.86 upon 100 is 135.43. Next, I am going to multiply 106 with 135.43 divided by 100 is 143.56. Then 110 into 143.56 upon 100 will be 157.92. So my dear students, we have converted the whole chain based index values into these fixed base index values here, and the formula was CBI of the current year multiplied by FBI of the previous year divide by 100. So this is how we solve the sum. Let's move on to the second one. Question number 2. Obtain the chain base index number from the fixed base index number given below with the year 2007-8 as the base year for the wholesale prices of machines and equipment. Okay, so chain base index number we have to calculate. Fixed base index number with a base year is given. So that means that FBI is given, CBI is to be found, the base year for FBI is also provided. Therefore, we will take the first CBI value as the first FBI value, and the formula which we are going to use is CBI is equal to FBI of the current year divided by FBI of the previous year or the preceding year into 100. The data is also here, the years, the FBI values, all are there. What we need to do here is draw a table for the CBI value. The first value of the FBI is going to be same as the first value of CBI. So this value we will just copy it here. Next, we have to divide the current FBI with the preceding FBI into 100. So 118 upon 117.4 into 100. this is kind of similar to how we actually calculate the CBI, the current value divided by the previous value multiplied by 100. So 121.3 divided by 118 into 100, 125.1 divided by 121.3 into 100, then 128.4 divided by 125.1 into 100, 131.6 divided by 128.4 into 100, and 134.6 divided by 131.6 into 100. So my dear students, this is how you calculate the chain base index number from the given fixed base index number. So it seems that calculating CBI is easier than calculating FBI when we are converting them. Okay, it's actually quite easier to understand, easier to calculate, faster to calculate without any errors. Moving on, question number 3. The fixed base index numbers of food from the month of January to October in the year 2015 for the industrial workers of Ahmedabad are given below. Compute the chain base index numbers. That means once again we are supposed to calculate the chain base index number. FBI is given. The base year value is not given, and therefore we will take the first CBI value as 100. The formula which we are going to use will be CBI, that is FBI of the current year divided by FBI of the preceding year into 100. Now the data given is in the months and the January, February, March, etc. The FBI values are also given. We have to start with CBI. The first CBI value will be 100. Next, we have to take 270 divided by 271 into 100, that is 99.63. Then 268 upon 270 into 100, 99.26. Similarly, 268 upon 268 into 100 will be 100. And so on, we will take all the values according to our formulas given. We just have to follow the formula and we will get all the answers. So this is how we solve converting the FBI, the given FBI values into the CBI values. Let's move on to the next question. The last question of the exercise, the chain based numbers are given for a sale of certain type of scooters. What we need to calculate is a fixed base index number. But as you can see, once again the base year has not been mentioned. CBI is given and FBI is to be found. Also the base year value is not given, but we will just take the first FBI value as the first CBI value. I will show you the reason here right now. The FBI is how CBI for the current year into FBI for the preceding year divided by 100. That's our method of calculating FBI. Now as you can see the data here, this is the CBI value for the year 2010. What I'm going to do is just going to take the same CBI value here as the first FBI value. Simple as that. Nothing fancy, just take the first CBI value as the first FBI value. Okay, next this 112, the current CBI will be multiplied by with the previous FBI and divided with 100. Simple. Then the next CBI will be multiplied with the preceding FBI and divided by 100. Then once again the 108, that is the current CBI, will be multiplied with the previous FBI into divided by 100. 105, that is the current CBI multiplied with the preceding FBI divided by 100. The current CBI multiplied with preceding FBI divided by 100. So my dear students, this is the solution for the exercise 1.2. This is how you solve all those 4 questions. I hope you guys write them down properly with proper understanding in your notebooks, and also try to solve all the illustrations regarding connected with this particular exercise on your own. Let me know if you have any doubts. Next time we are going to do a very interesting topic, which is also a very important topic for this chapter. Take care. Welcome students to Vitan Sir's Unacount Academy. That's better way to success for you. I am Vitan Vora and I teach accountancy, statistics and social science. You can contact me on my cell number 919426310184. Please give a sub to my channel and also check out my other video playlist which you can see on the screen. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.